The following is a fan-based narrative. Please support the official release.
Hey guys, if we reach 1,000 likes, we'll be giving out 2 of our new shirts. All you gotta do is click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
Oh, I'd love to help, but I have to meet Raridash for our day of fun together.
Twilight wants to use you as an example for the students.
Woo!
I have to meet my friend for something special. What's that? I get to be the center of attention, though? Oh, well, never mind. Screw her. She's more like an acquaintance, really.
I thought I was the example. You both are. Because together you perfectly demonstrate my lesson on compromise and friendship.
Hey, wait a second. If all these students are here, that means classes are still going on, it's normal. But that would mean that both Rarity and Raridash aren't teaching anymore, which means that a third of the teaching staff isn't doing anything.
Raridash and Rarity have very different interests that keep them busy.
There's no way they're keeping up with what she's saying by only using their mouths. Not unless they're related to like the Kardashians or something.
And Rarity's weird fashion seasons. She's working on her winter collection, and it's not even summer yet.
Seems like all those ideas would be outdated by the time the season actually came around, right? She says later on in the episode that if you do something too current, it's already old news. So if she goes by what current trends are, or even what she thinks they might be, she's risking a lot of extra work for something that's probably just going to be scrapped anyways. And if she's working this far in advance, why does she ever have these rushed deadlines? Also, it's not even summer? Hang on, how long has it been since like the heartwarming episode? That was just a few episodes ago.
Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your day of fun. Ooh.
Ponies wear skirts, but nothing underneath. Why does MLP try to be so anime?
Ooh! What amazing stuff are you gonna do together?
None of these pencils should be held up by their hooves here. They should all be falling out, unless these are extremely long pencils for some reason. You'd also think in a world where most of the creatures don't have magic and don't have fingers, that they would probably introduce some sort of recording devices that would make it easier for people to take notes.
Shoe shop races! Dress shopping! Flavor shopping! Oh, come on! I even said shopping that time!
Honestly, it's my 3rd time listening to this, and I still have no clue what they're saying. And yes, I'm sure plenty of you are typing in the comments about how easy it was for you to understand it. If I have to listen 3 times, it means that it was probably inaudible for a large majority of people. The whole premise of this joke is supposed to be that they're saying the opposite thing at the same time. But if you can't actually hear that, then the joke just sounds like gibberish.
Little pony, my little pony.
Skip.
We've always been friends. Always? Well, no, not always, but for like a super long time.
I mean, yeah, they actually have been friends for a long time. The show has almost been going on for a decade, and then factor all the giant gaps in time between episodes. So it's probably been like 12 years or more, which kind of brings up, how old are they now? Are they in their 40s? 30s?
Just go about your day of fun as you normally would. You won't even know we're here.
This is some extreme voyeurism right now.
Rarity! You were supposed to be holding your bucket!
Wow, that's a dick move. You're just not even gonna hold up the bucket for her. All throughout this episode, yes, Raridash is a dick, but it seems like Rarity is really just kind of a prick way more.
But you have to catch the ball! Really? Well, that sounds dangerous.
Rarity has seen and understands how buckball works, and she's seen Fluttershy and Pinkie dominate in the sport.
Instead, what do you think? Unless you like tripping with every step, heels on a horse are pretty useless.
Hang on, are you horses or ponies? Because you've separated horses into like a completely different race by segregating them to only be in the Middle East.
Raridash and Rarity are just, showcasing an aspect of friendship called banter.
Funny, since the show staff doesn't understand the concept of banter or memes. If you look at their Twitter pages, you'll see the proof of that. How did they fit the class into the store? Why did the store let them fit the class into there?
You ruined my gems!
Yeah, no, gems don't break like that, what? They would be utterly worthless.
Ugh, this wasn't about treasure. It was about finding gemstones for my winter collection.
Despite being in a cave, Rarity's boots are completely clean because of the power of fashion, I guess.
Oh, please! You don't give my interests a chance! You have absolutely no respect for the finer things! No respect, I tell you!
But Rainbow Dash always dresses in style.
And then there was the time Rainbow Dash called my Cloudsdale Couture Boutique idea impractical! Imagine that! Just because I needed Twilight to perform the butterfly wing spell on me whenever I wanted to deliver merchandise, not to mention the day I was wearing a really gorgeous hat, and Rainbow Dash didn't even notice!
Okay, so all these complaints really just make Rarity sound like a cunt. There are no points against Rainbow Dash here. This kind of ruins the whole premise of them both not really listening to each other and pretty much puts all the blame on Rarity. I don't know if this is just lazy writing or just the writer saying, yeah, Rarity's a prick, mate. Why are these books so big? Actually, the entire perspective of the whole background is off. I'm pretty sure Rarity could fit in these drawers.
Ugh. What I'm saying is we need a way to help you to reconnect.
Is it okay for Starlight to cover her office with like this fetish gear? We know she really likes kites.
Rainbow Dash never stops talking about daring do adventures, and you're a huge fan of Shadow Spade mysteries.
And they're both narcissistic because both the main characters look exactly like them.
We're all here. To start, why don't you two share one thing you liked about each other's books?
Cue the Libon shipping.
And what about all those silly, unpronounceable names? Dr. Who's-It, What's-It, Caballero.
That's kind of racist. How much glitter are on these boots that they constantly shake them off?
The outfit descriptions are an integral part of the plot of The Cult in Crimson, a Shadow Spade mystery.
What a hyper-specific book made just for Rarity, also featuring a character that looks exactly like Rarity. Are we later gonna see an episode where it turns out the Shadow Spade is real?
The Amulet of Aurora. One of the magical items you've been keeping for Princess Celestia? That amulet can reverse the tides and summon tsunamis.
And you were keeping it out in the open.
There appeared to be no signs of damage to the surrounding artifacts.
You kept weapons of mass destruction in an unlocked closet in an unguarded office. You only have yourself to blame if they ever actually do go missing.
Amulet of Aurora is made out of azumantium. It always leaves sparkles wherever it goes.
So it just perpetually makes glitter everywhere? And how does it keep it? It's just floating in the air here, in a giant arc.
How did you know how to do that? We may have been friends for a super long time, but you don't know everything about me yet.
Yeah, almost 2 decades. Again, how old are you?
I think it's a buffergrin. They have really sensitive ears.
What ears?
You can somehow procure us a tiny bit of cloud? Now that I can do.
What? What the fuck?
Good. Now, which way did the sparkly thing go?
Up there.
They didn't notice a literal jet of gems in the sky. I mean, all they literally had to do was look up. They did not have to do any of this teamwork building exercise if either of them were good at detective work. They would have just looked up. And another thing, this wasn't a display of skill or ingenuity. Maybe building the boat, sure, but for the most part, everything was pretty basic. You literally followed a path of giant gems and claw marks. Which, by the way, if Spike took the gems, why are his feet so big?
High heels can do that? And you call them useless?
No, they can't. And yes, they are useless besides looking good on certain people.
Yeah! Wait, that tunnel leads to the school?
That literally makes no sense, honestly, but sure, whatever. Somehow it leads back to the school. Makes as much sense as everything else in this show.
I could actually use your help picking out some new buttball gear. Do I?
Realistic horse noise.